Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Doorway to the Paintings. I like this one a lot. I think it's a nice, pleasant painting, and there's a lot to this. It's a cute, very pleasant little painting. It's a nice place, I think, to visit. It's a place that I like to see and go to, at least for maybe a little while. Explore, find out what's behind this house, go back there and see what the rest of the neighborhood is like. A lot of impressionism. In fact, it's almost 100% impressionism, except for like the fence and then the trees, even though there's impressionable parts to those. It's really a painting that I just think it's so pleasant. I like it. So tonight, let's get into this one a little bit. And start out with the full view. Yeah, I really think this is a pleasant painting. I really like the blue. And you wouldn't tell by looking at this painting, but I thought about ancient Greece when I was painting this, and it's strange it doesn't look that way, but the color of the house, it's almost like the color of a pillar or like a column, and this guy's beard is almost like an ancient Greek style beard, and his face could be almost like a philosopher's face. And gee, someone's going to catch the midnight train tonight. You can hear the train in the distance. Then there's a plane too, but no worries. There's rain in my painting, so I guess maybe real rain will manifest. Oh, excuse me, real rain might manifest. Just kidding. But I think the rain adds a nice touch. It goes with the blue. It gives the painting a lot of depth. It gets darker blue as it goes back. As you go back into the painting, there's a darker blue. The neighborhood back here with other houses. It's wet. It's kind of windy. And you see the smoke coming out of the chimney of this house back there. It's just a pleasant neighborhood, and dreams influenced me too. Remember, I used to dream quite a bit when I was a kid, and I'd be walking through the neighborhood at night in the dream, and I can smell the spring air. It was really cool. I have a lot of paintings like this with the blue color. For example, this other one too. It's like a morning painting with blue flowers. This is just a beautiful nature painting in the morning. And it's different from what I've seen on TV. Mostly it's daytime paintings, nature daytime paintings like this. But not exactly like this, because I got my own version of the sun and everything. But those paintings may be for another time. But just to show you the blue in this one, this is more of a realistic painting than the one I'm showing you tonight. But the blue's one of my favorite colors. And that's why I utilize it in a lot of my paintings. I like the trees a lot. Having kind of a light back. It's not too light, but kind of a lighter background as opposed to the front gives me an opportunity to show off the contrast between the black tree and the blue background. I like putting dark trees in the front of a lot of my paintings to show the contrast between the trees and the background. Love these dark trees with the dark leaves. And the raindrops. I can almost feel it hitting my skin now. It's a neighborhood, but nature is coming alive just with the rain, the attitude, the atmosphere that this painting brings. I can almost feel the rain and hear it the painting is, in a way, it's designed, a lot of my paintings, including this one, is kind of painted and designed to change the mood of the viewer in a stronger way, perhaps more than a lot of other paintings that people do. But I put more rain in here than I have in some of my other paintings, even though some of my other paintings have just as much rain as this. I like the natural effect and the thoughts that the rain provokes, like actually touching my skin. I can feel it just by looking at this. It kind of brings the rain to life, and the smell of rain and the smell of spring, or I assume it might be around spring in this story or this painting because of the flowers out here. And he's got the flowers with the flower pot. Who knows where he's carrying it? Is he carrying it up there? Looks like he's passing on that. Or maybe he came from there. You never know. Is he going to set it down here or next to this tree? Is he going to give it to somebody? This planter, this flower pot? His face, it's almost like a video game. Even though I wasn't thinking about video games when I painted this. I was just thinking about rain, a nice little, just a cute, nice, pleasant neighborhood is what I was thinking about. And a place that I'd like to go and visit in my dreams. And again, it might seem strange, but the whole time I was painting this, yes, I was thinking about a neighborhood, but I was thinking about ancient times, like ancient Greece, and I didn't paint it, but I had these images of rain running down pillars and columns, running down the sides of these grayish, bluish, kind of light colored columns, and with blue in it. And I just painted this. I didn't paint the images exactly in my mind, or not even very close, but his face kind of reminds me of someone who would be like an ancient philosopher, just in a different time, this character. Like somewhere in the past, but not too long ago. And the colors are just basic. You got blue, black, various blue shades of blue with black and white in here. And looking back here is really interesting, like I'm always talking about in my paintings. What's beyond this and what's beyond that? What's beyond this fence and this house? More houses into the neighborhood back there, and maybe a forest beyond, or maybe a field. More houses back there. And it kind of gets, they kind of get lost in the misty blue rain type environment. That fence was falling apart, looks like. Got more flowers over there. Yeah, when I painted this guy, I thought about not putting him a beard on him, but I mean, there's a small chance that he wouldn't have a beard, since I was always thinking about ancient Greece and what kind of face I really wanted. This is pretty much the kind of face I wanted to give him, and it's all impressionism. I wanted to create a character, an environment that had a lot of impressionism, but also pleasant. I didn't want this to look very real, like this painting kind of looks pretty real over here. Maybe I'll make a video about that one in the future, but this one is not supposed to be real except maybe for the trees, the bushes. I didn't want the character to look like a normal person. I wanted him to look like this, just kind of stylistic and kind of a cute character. Like I said before with Charlie Brown or the Flintstones or the Jetsons, if you tried to make those characters look exactly like real life, you would take so much style and character and uniqueness out of those characters. The way they look, that's what makes them so iconic. This is actually a painting I like to hold up when I'm sitting down and relaxing late at night during a rainy, like a loud rain, like when it's raining heavy. And look at this one, along with some of my others too that are kind of scary. But I like to look at this when it rains. And it's like a different world. It's not very realistic, but it's like an escape. It's a different world. It's a neighborhood that you can see and dream about, explore in your imagination, and just by looking at this painting. And it's something that is different. It's similar to some of my other paintings, but it's also different. And I like painting a variety sometimes, as long as I don't stray too far from my style, because I do want to kind of put my brand on it, my fingerprint, so to speak, but not too strict with that, because I love to invent, I love to create. So I'm finding that balance. I want to have a good balance. And I like this painting. I enjoyed painting it, and I hope you enjoyed looking at it with me tonight. If you like this video, consider subscribing and hitting that like button. And my plan is to be back with another video on one of these rainy nights. So until then, take care everybody, and have a very pleasant evening.